Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Radha, Kala Chanji Radha, Kala Chanji Radhe. Jayo Radha, Kala Chanji Radha, Kala Chanji Radhe. Jayo Radha, Govind Radha, Govind Radhe. Jayo Jagannath, Jayo Jagannath, Jayo Baladeva, Jayo Subhadra. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur. Jayo Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Jayo Jayo Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada. Jayo Jayo Gurudev, 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 Jayo Jayo Gurudev. Jai Gurudev, Gurudev. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Jayo Jayo Shri Caitanya, Jayo Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra, Jayo Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jayo Jayo Shri Caitanya, Jayo Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra, Jayo Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jayo Jayo Shri Caitanya, Jayo Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra, Jayo Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrta की, कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की. So we'll read Chaitanya Charitamrta as we do on every Sunday. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kadamahyam ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवास आदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Praying at the lotus feet of my spiritual master, our dear most Srila Prabhupada and all the Guru Vargas, may I speak few words in the glorification of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for the pleasure of the Vaishnavas and for my own very purification. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubevacha patitanam pavaneve vaishnaveve namo nama mukum karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Gurum Deenatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. कथांचन स्मृते यस्मिन् दुष्करं सुकरं भवेत् विस्मिते विपरीतं स्यात् श्री चैतन्य नमामि त्वम्. I was just thinking about, anyway, if you want to find the chapter, this is Chaitanya Caritamrta Madhya Leela chapter 9, and we ideally should start from 108, but we might go a little bit, I will go a little bit behind and speak a little bit on it. But before that, I was thinking, why do we chant the prayers? What do you think? Raise your hand if you know why do we chant your prayers. Yes, Prabhu? To find the object of worship or the person whom we are glorifying, and then seeking blessing for us, and also it's auspicious for everybody. No, that's not exactly what I was asking, but as I'm talking from where I am, as a speaker or as a devotee, I was thinking more of if we we had a class on Sunday feast before Gaur Purnima, and we were talking about danya, like humility, the 6 limbs of Sharanagati. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes that Short Anga Sharanagati Hoibe Jahar Taharo Prarthana Shure Shinanda Kumar. That means the 6 limbs of Sharanagati. Whoever has it, his prayers only will be heard by the Nanda Kumar, Shri Krishna, the son of Nanda Kumar, Shri Krishna. The first of it is humility, Danya, Atmanivadan, right? So, Danya. And I was thinking, I'm not going by the, the definition that it speaks about the prayers that we, Mangalacharan that we do. I'm just thinking as a, myself, why do I do? Because I'm so scared to speak. I don't know what I'll speak. So I really need help, like a blind person or who doesn't have a proper vision, like myself. We need a stick. And these prayers are a sign of our humility, that I don't know anything. But, O Srila Prabhupada, O Gurudev, by your mercy I can speak. Like I chanted, Mukum karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripatamaham bande Shri Gurum Deenatarinam, which means that a lame can jump over the hills, or a dumb person can speak wonderfully only by the mercy of Guru and Gauranga and Krishna. So that's what symbolizes for me, at least the prayer I was thinking, Danya, humility. The moment we chant, we can just open the scripture and start reading out. But then at least as a gesture, when we chant those prayers, when we call out to Srila Prabhupada, Gurudev, we chant, we beg each and every Vaishnava through Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha for their mercy, so that we can speak properly. And it is not just about speaking, it is not a mundane scripture, it's not a mundane topic that we just talk wonderfully, eloquently, and then we get claps and we move on. No, this is for 2 purposes, true transformation. One transformation for the speaker, one transformation for the one who is hearing, the audience, who is hearing it, the listeners. So for that, we need to pray again. So it's like, our dependency on Krishna, our dependency on Guru, our dependency on our Param Guru, Srila Prabhupada. That's why we pray. So that's what symbolizes Danya. If you see the philosophy of Vaishnavism, we are not proud. We see in Arjun, right? First canto. We know Arjun was a hero for Kurukshetra battle, such a huge war. He won over so many people. But after Krishna left, he lost, against few cowherd boys. And then he says in first canto that, oh, I thought it was me. I mean, I'm just paraphrasing the thing, that I thought it was me, but it was Krishna's blessing that I was able to do all of it. Now I realize it, when he is not around, I couldn't even do the smallest, it's so easy for me, which would have done at a snap, but I couldn't do it. Why? Because Krishna's blessings are no longer there. You see, the humility is always there. As a warrior, he was fighting. If somebody externally see, he might have looked, oh, so skilled. It's all Arjuna's skill, Arjuna's, ability to do things. He's such a wonderful warrior. But even Arjuna, he said that because Krishna left, and Prabhupada writes beautifully that Krishna gives us the ability to serve and also takes it back when needed, when the service is done. In the purport, Prabhupada, I remember that reading it particularly in the purport of that verse. So every service, whether it's cooking, speaking for Krishna, cooking for Krishna, or taking pictures for Krishna, every ability, every service that we do is an ability that is instilled in us by Krishna through Guru. So we'll speak a little bit about Guru, and we will go back to the verse. It's a beautiful verse. It's my favorite verse, so I'm just chanting it. One of my favorite. This is, I believe, 99. I'll check and tell you. So this Brahmana who was reading this Bhagavad Gita ulta, other upside down, and people were, it says that keva hashe keva ninde. Somebody was making fun. This 95 says, keho hashe keho ninde taha nahi mane avishta hoya gita pore anandita mone. So somebody was laughing at him, somebody was criticizing him, but he didn't mind. He didn't mind. I was about to say he didn't care, but that's not a humble Vaishnava will be like, I don't care about it. I may say it, but he's an amazing Vaishnava, so he didn't. He said, it's okay. They're laughing at me, making fun of me, it's okay. And then giving all his heart, he was reading Gita. But he didn't understand Gita. But why did he read Gita? Like, if you don't know how to do the service, where are you doing it? So Mahaprabhu asked him, Mahaprabhu puchilo tare shuno mahashoy. 97. Kono ortho jani tomar eto sukha hoy. Wow. Mahaprabhu then asked, but before that, when he was reading Gita, not being too absorbed in his criticism and his, others making fun of him, he was absorbed in the service. He had all these 8 symptoms, the shiver. He was shivering, he was crying, he was having all these symptoms of prema. And then Mahaprabhu asked him, Puchila, asked him, Mahashaya, like, gentleman, kon ortho, which meaning you are getting, you're, meditating on. Tomar eto sukha hoy, that you are getting so much of bliss by reading, which meaning of Bhagavad Gita is giving you so much of bliss. That's what Mahaprabhu asked. And then this wonderful verse. বিপ্র কহে মূর্খ আমি শব্দার্থ না জানি শুদ্ধ শুদ্ধ গীতা পড়ি গুরু আজ্ঞা মানি. So what does the Brahman say? Bipro, he said, I'm murkho. You see the starts, Bipro said, I'm murkho. It's a humility, so humble. He's not saying that, oh, I know things, but these people are insulting me because they don't understand what a wonderful Vaishnava I am. He said, I'm murkho. He's immediately accepting his inability to do it. He said, I'm murkho, I'm illiterate. Shabdartho nahi jani. I don't know the meaning or anything of Bhagavad Gita. Shuddho, Shuddho Gita Puri. I'm reading it sometimes right, sometimes wrong. Shuddho or Shuddho, right, wrong. Gita Puri. I'm reading Gita. Guru Agya Mani. Why am I doing it? Because my Guru Maharaj told me. So even if first he accepted the humility. So we see 2 aspects from here. First, the humility, that he is accepting. Oh, I don't know it. This is not so much prominent here, at least in this country. That, even if you don't know, you act as if you know. That's what I see a lot in my son also. Even if they don't know, they say more about themselves. But India is a country, at least when I was studying, I could see that people will acknowledge or say, I don't know, but here I see a lot. Like, the education between me and my son, I see, you project yourself a lot more than actually you know. But if I go back, and even the previous generation, I have seen that they tend to say, they about themselves less than they actually know. So he first thing, he said humility. Danya, he said, I'm murkha, I'm illiterate. He immediately accepted that I'm illiterate. And then second thing he said, why am I reading is Guru Agya. So the words of my Guru, because to fulfill the instruction of my Guru, I'm reading this Bhagavad Gita. So two things he said, he is illiterate, and then he is saying, I'm reading it because of my Guru's instruction. I don't know how to read Gita. I'm reading it sometimes right, sometimes wrong, but I'm still reading it because it is my Guru Agya. I thought we can speak a little bit about it. Not exactly speak, I'm not going into this purport, but I was thinking of our Guru Puja, right? So I will read little bit. This is all purport by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So it's called, the section is called Guru Mahima, and it is 4 stanza. And it has purports. I thought we can probably, so basically, do we know who wrote this Guru Puja that we sing? Any of us, we know? Who wrote Guru Puja? Yes. Yes, Narottam Das Thakur. And then the purports are by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Do you know what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur wrote? We sing his songs early in the morning, Guru Vashtaka. So he gave purport for Guru Puja, and his song is what we sing in the morning. So I thought, it's good to know whose song we are singing along with the meaning, so that we can be grateful when the appearance, disappearance come. We don't think, oh, who's Narottam Das Thakur? Like, how is he connected to our sampradaya? How are we, what do we have to do with him? No, we are singing his song to glorify Srila Prabhupada every day. And then Vishwanath Chakravarti, who gave the commentary, is one who's, again, we are singing early in the morning to glorify our Guru Maharaj. So this is Guru Mahima, Sri Guru Mahima. This is chapter 1, Glories of the Spiritual Master. So, Shri Guru Charana Padma Kebala Bhakati Sadma Bandho Mui Shavadhana Mote Jaharo Prasade Bhai Ei Bhava Toriya Jai Krishna Prapti Hoy Jaha Hoite. The lotus feet of the spiritual master are the abode of pure devotional service. I bow down to those lotus feet with great care and attention. By my dear brother, my dear mind, it is through the grace of the spiritual master that we cross over this material existence and obtain Krishna. The purport: it is impossible to achieve the mercy of the Supreme Lord or devotional service without taking shelter of the lotus feet of the spiritual master. Therefore, in order to enter the temple of devotional service, one must first take the shelter of the lotus feet of the spiritual master. Hence, Srila Narottam Das Thakur is offering his prayer to his spiritual master. The words Shri Guru means the spiritual master with all spiritual opulence. The spiritual master is endowed with the potency to deliver his disciple from the grip of nescience and take them to the lotus feet of Shri Krishna. In other words, the spiritual master is the treasury of loving devotional service. I'll repeat that. In other words, the spiritual master is the treasury of loving devotional service. The word Shri Guru Charana Padma do not only mean the lotus feet of the spiritual master, but the word Charana is used here for respect, just as in Sridhar Swami Charana or Sri Goswami Charana, etc. The word Padma indicates that the spiritual master is embodiment of love for Krishna, Sri Krishna, and full of transcendental sweetness. It is also understood that just as the lotus flower is relished by the bumblebees, similarly the sweet mercy of the spiritual master is relished by the devotees. Such a spiritual master is known as Kevala Bhakti Sadma, the only shelter of unalloyed devotional service. The word Kevala Bhakti refers to pure devotional service devoid of fruitive activities, mental speculation, and material desires. So pure bhakti means devoid of what all? Fruitive activities, karma kanda, mental speculation, and material desire. So Karmakanda, Jnanakanda, and then the bhogis. None of it. Just pure bhakti. The word mui means I am. Due to the nature of pure devotional service, Srila Narottam Das Thakur has used the word mui in order to express his humility. I offer my obeisances unto the lotus feet of the spiritual master, described above, with great care and attention. One should worship the spiritual master with great awe and reverence, without the desire for material enjoyment. So we should pray, worship the lotus feet of the spiritual master with great awe and reverence, but also without the desire for material enjoyment. One should search for the servitorship of the spiritual master and Sri Krishna. Move on. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Kya Arna Kori Ho Mone Asha Shri Guru Charane Rati Eishe Uttama Goti Je Prasade Pure Sharbo Asha. Make the teachings from the lotus mouth of the spiritual master one with your heart. And do not desire anything else. Attachment to the lotus feet of the spiritual master is the best means of spiritual advancement. I'll repeat that again. Attachment to the lotus feet of the spiritual master is the best means of spiritual advancement. By his mercy, all desires for spiritual perfection are fulfilled. The spiritual master instructs one in the loving devotional service of Shri Krishna. The instructions from the mouth of the spiritual master are very powerful. In other words, they are fully potent to enable one to achieve Lord Shri Krishna. In other words, they are very fully potent to enable one to achieve Lord Shri Krishna. The words of the spiritual master are in accordance with all revealed scripture. Therefore, those who are eager to attain Shri Krishna should take the words of the spiritual master into their hearts as their life and soul. The word Vaikya in this text refers to the instruction of Prema Rasa Tattva, the science of loving relationship in devotion to Krishna. The word Sakya refers to one's ability to obtain Krishna. Uttamagati means the highest destination. Uttamagati may also refer to the best out of all obtainable things. So Uttamagati is two things. He is saying one is the best goal, the best destination to achieve, and also the best thing you can ever have, So it's both way it fulfills to be a Uttamagati, that is devotional service, or the lotus feet of the spiritual master. Another reading of Chitte Te Koriya Akya is Ridhi Kori Maha Sakya. This means that whatever instructions the spiritual master gives to his disciples about their eternal constitutional relationship as that of a manjari should be keenly kept within their hearts. I was thinking, actually before Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, during initiation we were told what is our position in the spiritual world. But I felt it was my thinking and somewhat what I have heard. This is, you see, it was given, but then it stopped. Why? Because you see, it says this means whatever instruction the spiritual master gives to his disciple about their eternal constitutional relationship as that of a manjari should be keenly kept within their hearts. I think we couldn't do justice to that. And we went gaga about it. I am a peacock, I am a this, I am that. And we dressed like that, and what to speak about speaking about it? We expressed through our dress, through our words, through our every action, we revealed it. And eventually, it became so cheap. Like, I don't remember if I have heard it, but, if you give a diamond in a hand of a child, what happens? What will the child do with the diamond? Throw it, do anything with it, but wouldn't respect it as a diamond. And this, our constitutional position, whatever it might be, till it is revealed. And when it is revealed, if we are given before we are matured enough, we will take it like a child who has the diamond in his hand. Either we throw it, give it away, and we be disrespectful towards it. And we lose the best opportunity that we could have had with this revelation as in the form of a human being. And then the acharyas had to hide it. And Prabhupada, one of his Prabhupada memories I was hearing, like Prabhupada was discussing with him, he remained in Vrindavan when Prabhupada was not there in Vrindavan. I think Prabhupada was in Mayapur. He remained there, and he was discussing, and he was with some other institution that time. I mean, he was still Srila Prabhupada's disciple, but because that's the arrangement there, Vrindavan. And then he was saying that I have learned this from Srila Prabhupada. Was saying, oh, very nice. Prabhupada didn't object, like, you're not supposed to know about it and this, that. And then he asked Prabhupada, as we practice Vaidhi Bhakti, it all will be revealed to us by Krishna, right? And Chitta Guru. And Prabhupada said, yes, it all will be revealed to us eventually. So, that's what I said. Because we were careless about what it was given to us, acharyas are the most merciful, more than the mother, are the most merciful people that we can ever have in our life. That's what I thought. We need to know who's Narottam. Let's talk about Narottam Das Thakur, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Let's get connected with them because they have done so much for us. At least by knowing them, we show our gratitude towards them. When we know that, we are singing their song, but are we connected to them? Do we know anything about them? So we cannot do anything for them, but we can know about them and pray to them, and that is our gratitude for what they have done for us. And they're so merciful. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur onwards, if I'm quoting it right, we are not any longer told our constitutional position. But that's the verse saying, because it is written by a pure devotee, commented by a pure devotee, so of course they will speak this higher topic. The word Sarva Asha indicate that one should be transcendently greedy to achieve the loving service of Sri Radha Krishna, such as massaging their feet or offering them a chamara in a Brindavan Nikunja, a groove decorated with jewels and pearls. With whomever the spiritual master is pleased, Sri Radha and Krishna are also pleased. Yassa prasadat bhagavat prasado, he is quoting his composition. By the mercy of the spiritual master, one can attain the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, only by the mercy of the spiritual master is the loving service of Sri Radha Krishna attained. Therefore, only by the mercy of the spiritual master is the loving service to Sri Radha and Krishna, Sri Radha Krishna attained. चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित प्रेमा भक्ति जाहा होइते अविद्या विनाश जाते वेदे गाय जाहारो चरित. He who has given me the gift of transcendental vision is my Lord, birth after birth. By his mercy, divine knowledge is revealed within the heart, bestowing prema bhakti and destroying ignorance. Bestowing prema bhakti and destroying ignorance. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Purport: Shri Krishna is my Lord and I am his eternal servant. This constitutional position has been forgotten by the living entities from time immemorial. Taking this opportunity, the external energy of the Supreme Lord, Maya, has entangled the living entities in unlimited material miseries. Hear this, and you know how merciful the spiritual master is and our acharyas are. So basically what's been written that, because we forgot Krishna, Maya Devi took the opportunity seeing us, being forgotten souls, so started torturing us with the miseries. We know Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik, Adhyatmik, the miseries of the world. She started torturing us. So what happens to us? Who will rescue us? Because we have forgotten Krishna, Maya Devi has caught us, so where are we now? So, Maya has entangled the living entity in unlimited miseries and caused them to accept the material body made of ignorance as their own self. The spiritual master alone is able to deliver such living entities from the miseries of material existence. I'll repeat that. The spiritual master alone is able to deliver such living entities from the miseries of material existence and establish them in their constitutional position. The phrase Chakshu Dan Dilo Jai indicate that the spiritual master opens our darkened eyes covered with nescience and awards divine vision with which we can cross the ocean of material existence and become qualified to behold the higher spiritual reality. I was thinking, I'm just thinking, I heard this class from a wonderful Vaishnava, and she was saying that, I don't remember exactly ritual and things, like when the mother gives the hot potato, she keeps transferring it from the younger child to the older one, and the older one, and then finally it comes to the daddy, and daddy has the hot potato, or it's the daddy gets the hot potato and he keeps transferring to the children, and by the time the younger one gets it, it is good temperature for him too. But what happens if we start with the younger child, with the hot potato? Finger, and he tries to eat it, burn his tongue. So that's what he is saying. You see, that's what has been saying. Our position is not a position where we can understand all the, this transcendental topic. So our divine vision, so Guru will give us the divine vision, right? With which we can cross the ocean of material existence and become qualified to behold the higher spiritual reality. The word Divya Gyan refers to the knowledge through which one can learn how to worship Krishna. It is understood that such knowledge can be revealed in one's heart only by the mercy of Sri Guru. The word Divya Gyan also means transcendental knowledge in the form of initiation into the teachings of Shri Krishna. It is stated in Hari Bhakti Vilas by Sanatana Goswami. Divya Gyanam yato dadyat kuruyat papasya samaksham tasmad dikshate sa prokta deshike tatva kovide. When one is initiated into the knowledge of Krishna and his relationship with Krishna is revived, it is to be understood that he is educated in transcendental knowledge. The word Janme Janme Prabhu means that the spiritual master is able to remove the coverings of nescience of the living entities born in this material world. And he is also able to engage the living entities in the loving service of Sri Govinda. Jai Radha Govinda ki. The transcendental cowherd boy of Brajamandal, which is beyond the realm of Maya. So two things Guru does. First, remove our cataract, the ignorance, the covering of ignorance, and then give the spiritual knowledge. Right? If you ask somebody to see something who is blind or who has cataract, cannot see it clearly or cannot see at all. But for that, first, that's why we say Om Ajnana, because it's an ointment that will clear our ignorance. And then you can see the spiritual realm. Therefore, whether one is in practicing stage or one is in the perfected stage, the spiritual master is always one's worshipable Lord. I will repeat it, and I was so wowed by it, that the second part of it, because for sadhaka we know, but the perfected being, they're the spiritual master themselves. But then even for them, therefore, whether one is in practicing stage or is in the perfected stage, the spiritual master is always one's worshipable Lord. The word Vedegai indicate that not only Narottam Das Thakur glorifies the spiritual master, but the Vedas and the supplementary Vedic scriptures also glorify the spiritual master, as stated by Lord Krishna to Uddhava in Srimad Bhagavatam 11:17-27, Acharya Mam Vijanyat. One should consider the spiritual master as non-different from me. It is also it is stated in the Vedas, Acharyavan Purusho Veda, that one who associates with the Acharya can become familiar with all the Vedic knowledge. The last one doesn't have a purport. Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adham Janaro Bandhu Loknath Lokero Jibana Haha Prabhu Karo Daya Deho Mohe Pado Chaya Ebejas Ghushuk Tribhubane. O spiritual master, O ocean of mercy and friend of the fallen souls, you are the teacher of everyone and the life of all people. O Master, be merciful unto me and give me the shade of your lotus feet. May your glories now be proclaimed throughout the three worlds. Srila Prabhupada ki. So, as I was reading it, I was reading in the morning in the temple, and I don't know if you hear Indudumna Maharaj, he has wonderful, this is class from I think 3 years back. One was Jagannath Das Babaji. And so if you see, Maharaj gets such wonderful blessing from the, not just from ISKCON. ISKCON he did not mention, but then even other Sampradaya, other Vaishnava Sampradaya. So Jagannath Das Babaji, whom you see sitting on the altar, our parampara, he had a mentor named Madhusudan Das Babaji, right? So if you ever been to Surya Kund in Vrindavan, there is a Shila. There is a Samadhi of his and there is a Shila. So this Madhusudan Das Babaji, mentor, guru of Jagannath Das Babaji, had a, when he was very young, like 12 or so, he was very detached, and then he got to know that he will get married. No, his parents will get him married. So he left home and he went in search of guru. All he wanted to find a guru. So he went for guru. So one day he was sitting, and then by the river, and by one mystical person appeared and initiated him. But before he could ask the details of the parampara and the details, any details, guru's name, etc., he disappeared. So what happened? He was kind of initiated, and then the other, the paramparik, other Vaishnavas and other Brahmanas, they did not accept him because he didn't have a proper lineage. He couldn't speak about his lineage, like Prabhupada gave us our lineage. We can speak about, like Jagannath Das Babaji, one of them. So Madhusudan Das Babaji he became later, but Madhusudan Das was very upset. So one day he thought, okay, there's no point living like this. I have no guru. So he tied a Govardhan Shila around his neck and he tried to jump into Yamuna. And then Radha Krishna appeared and untied the stone from his neck and wrote in a palm leaf that his guru mantra, his guru's name, his lineage, his parampara, every details. And this was known by everybody in Braj. And he was well accepted, not just well accepted, he was worshipped for whom he has now, Radha Krishna blessed him. And then, so this Madhusudan Das Babaji, he was meditating, and then Radharani came in his dream and asked him to go and find this Shila. The Shila had, if I remember it correctly, the crown and the jewelry and one more thing, I don't remember right now. So these imprints are there in the crown. And even today, last year when we went to Surya Kund, and it was arranged by ISKCON Vrindavan. So we went this place, and even you see the Madhusudan Das, if we had that Samadhi, I would have, if we had the display, I could have showed you the picture. So even now, right opposite Radhakund, you will see this Samadhi of Madhusudan Das Babaji, the tomb sort of a thing, the Samadhi, symbolic. And then, right behind is the crown of Radharani, that stone which has the crown of Radharani, which Radharani himself told Madhusudan Das Babaji to retrieve, to get it. And it is there, and it is said, if you see the stone, your prema bhakti will increase. God knows how many times, because Radharani asked to, get it. It was Radharani's instruction. So it is still there. If you go to Surya Kund, it takes almost an hour by bus. At least that's how we went, and yeah, go take a darshan. Surya Kund is very glorious. Surya Kund also has the bhajan kutir of Jagannath Das Babaji, where there are two beautiful deities where they are called Shonar Goranga. They were not actually Shonar Goranga, but they looked golden, so they were called Shonar Goranga. So somebody tried to steal it. So, but now they are in Vrindavan main. Around Loi Bazaar, but before it was there in Surya Kund, and they were there. And then Surya Kund also has a temple where Radharani will go and meet Krishna there. And then one day Jatila came. He said, "I want to see this, how my daughter-in-law is worshipping Surya Dev. So Krishna himself became the Surya deity. So that deity is also there. You can go and have a look. But why I brought this story was, so Madhusudan Das Babaji, as Indudumna Maharaj tells the story, that how the, the Tantric and a lot of other Babas, if you go to Kumbh, you will see the Naga Babas, etc. They have their strength, whatever yogic strength, in their jata, in their hair. Like they keep it all in here. And we hear from Bhaktivinoda Thakur's story, when one of them was somebody was troubling, he had all his strength on his jata, and somehow it was cut and he lost all his strength, etc. So they have their, so Maharaj was saying, but for Vaishnavas, they have their spiritual strength in their beads, the beads that they wear around their neck. So this Madhusudan Das Babaji's disciple had this neck beads, which was, handed over to them. And then eventually it came down, of course. So one day, Indudivana Maharaj was called, and this disciple, who, the successor from Madhusudan Das Babaji, and he was glorifying Srila Prabhupada. He said, you are such a wonderful, spiritual master, etc. And he said, I want to give these beads to somebody who is a direct disciple of Srila Prabhupada. So Maharaj has those beads, and he shows if you go type Jagannath Das Babaji, Indudivana Maharaj, you can hear the lecture, you can see the beads, and Maharaj is seeing the beads, he is wearing them. And he said, if you see me often wearing it, this is Madhusudan Das, who is mentor of Jagannath Das Babaji. His beads, neck beads are there with Indudivana Maharaj. And also, when Narottam Das Thakur was from Kheturi, and he worshipped, he was the first one. We just had Gaur Purnima. But Narottam Das Thakur, I think it was 1583, if I remember it correct, was the first Gaur Purnima celebrated. And Jahnavi Mata was there, and so many, everybody was there when Mahaprabhu appeared, right? With a transcendental appearance he had with all the Panchatattva, because they left from the material vision. And then, there, Loknath, who was Narottam Das Thakur's, Loknath Goswami, who instructed Narottam Das Thakur to have this ceremony, and also to install few Radhakrishna deities, and he also installed a Gauranga Mahaprabhu's deity. Now Radhakrishna deities were fine, but Gauranga Mahaprabhu's deity was something that Narottam Das Thakur was not being satisfied, because even if he did not see him, but he have heard him through his through his ears, he have seen Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And what he visioned Gauranga Mahaprabhu as, the sculptures were not able to carve a deity out of whatever they had. So he was so sad that it was a huge arrangement, and everything is done, but the deity of Mahaprabhu was not there, so he cannot install. And then he gets a dream where Mahaprabhu says, I am in a granary, and this is very old granary, the biggest granary. So Narottam Das Thakur was about to go. Then all the villagers said of Keturi, that no, you cannot go there, because all you will find there are snakes. So it's like a big house of snakes, because nobody uses the granary. So you will find snakes. Narottam Das Thakur said, I have to go. So he went, and before he entered, he prayed. He said, I am here for a purpose. I am here to take Lord Chaitanya's deity, and you please leave this place. So immediately all the snakes came out of the granary, and they vanished into the forests. And then he entered, he found the deity. It's a pure gold deity. And I don't remember if Maharaj said 2 kg or 2 kilo deity or 5 kilo, but it's a pure gold deity. And so he established, he worshipped, and that's when Gaur Purnima was celebrated with this deity. Right now this deity is in Murshidabad, where Narottam Das Thakur left his body finally. It's near Kolkata, it is not very far. I personally haven't gone there. In there, so Maharaj said he got the mercy of worshipping the deity, doing the arti, but he got another blessing. The pujari there gifted him a Shaligram Shila, which was worshipped by Ganga Narayan Chakravarti. Now Ganga Narayan Chakravarti was a very, very prominent and dear disciple of Narottam Das Thakur. So Maharaj was given, there were many Shaligram Shila, but Maharaj got. But why I am telling you this story? Because their unflinching faith in Srila Prabhupada. Their unflinching faith in Srila Prabhupada got them so much of mercy. This is, I'm mentioning you one of it. But they were loved, because as I was saying, that Jagannath Das Baba, Madhusudan Das, Babaji's disciplic successor, said, giving it to you because you are Srila Prabhupada's direct disciple. They loved Srila Prabhupada so much, they're showing that mercy, their love towards his disciple. So we can understand the position of Srila Prabhupada. And Maharaj was saying that, like this is, we see in the beginning there was nothing much. We hear how Prabhupada will say, go to Pakistan, go to China. Gurudev went to China, Brahmananda Prabhu went to Pakistan. People were spitting at them. Prabhupada at one point was so scared. There was a news that Brahmananda Prabhu and his brother Gargamuni were killed and things like that. And when Prabhupada saw them again back in India, Prabhupada was so much in joy and he was crying and hugged his disciples, saying, oh, you are alive. So this is Prabhupada's love and mercy upon, Guru's mercy upon his disciple. The disciple is so dear to the disciple. But you know what it is? Like I was hearing Haldar Maharaj and he was saying it is the disciple's simplicity. It is the disciple's simplicity who does not judge Guru's instruction. We see the Brahmana, he did not judge, oh, my Guru does not have enough knowledge about me, because if he would have known enough about me, then he wouldn't have asked me to read Bhagavad Gita because I'm illiterate. He did not reason out his inability or ability. He just did what Guru said, and so did our Gurus, our Bartaman Gurus, did what Srila Prabhupada said. And we see the mercy that's been bestowed upon it. Having said that, I want to tell the story of this table. Other day, Gopal Prabhu was saying, Gurudev wanted a table for Bhagavatam, for the classes. And Prabhu said, all I had was a saw. I don't remember what was the other hardware. And he had almost nothing to build something like this. And he said, I did it. And I said, did he approve it? And he said, yeah, he was satisfied with the table. So he was happy with the table. So Gopal Prabhu was saying, so I'm very attached to this table. Once it went missing and he was in distress because it is an offering. It's an instruction from his Gurudev, but then it's an offering for the Gurudev, from Gopal Prabhu to Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. So if we have time, or we can go for question and we can do question. Do you have a mic, Mataji? I can't leave the Vyasasana. I will repeat your question. He can ask. You should learn how to ask question. We are a sampradaya of asking question. I will take the question only if Jaishnav asks. Ask. You don't have to compose it perfectly. Okay, Mataji, you. Manjan. I don't know, but I can tell you what Prabhupada says to somebody, and if it makes sense to you, probably Mataji can explain it better to you. Once in Mexico, I believe, Prabhupada was asked, this is there in Leelamrit, asked, does the Guru know everything? So Prabhupada gave, I'm paraphrasing it, but Prabhupada gave an answer like, yes, Guru knows everything that he is supposed to know. Do you understand what does it mean? So Guru may not know how many hair you have on your body, but that's not what is he supposed to know. But he knows what is your constitutional position in the spiritual world, because Krishna tells him, because Guru and Krishna, as we have been reading, they are non-different. Does Krishna know everything about you? No, because he is inside as Paramatma, he is also outside as deity, he is there as a sun, he is there as a moon, he is air, he is everywhere. Bhagavad Gita speaks about it. So Guru and Krishna are aligned completely. So Krishna gives the knowledge in the heart of Guru, Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaya, and then Guru knows the truth about us. Does it satisfy? Guru knows what he is supposed to know about you. Maybe not what you had for your meal, but definitely everything about your spiritual advancement and your spiritual benefit. Yes, Prabhu, I don't know if I can answer your question. may not know everything, but he knows what he is supposed to know. Definitely our constitutional position, Guru would know. But yeah, it is not their inability to right now to not tell us. It is our inability to keep us kept, secretly in our heart and also practice on it. It needs a lot of purity on us to know what our spiritual position is. Otherwise, we will mishandle and we will lose it for life after life. If there is no other, yes, ma'am. From a book called Prema Bhakti Chandrika by Narottam Das Thakur. He wrote 2 books. Gaurkishore Das Babaji says, I don't remember the exact amount. I think he said 5 paisa. If you have 5 paisa, buy these 2 books, Prarthana and Prem Bhakti Chandrika by Narottam Das Thakur, and you will get Krishna Prema. So these are the 2 books. The other book is Prem Bhakti Chandrika, the other one is Prem. We read quite many bhajans from. Huh? Somebody of Srila Prabhupada's disciple, let's see. Does it say Bhanuswami? Don't see it. I can give you the book to see it. It says Bengali translator, Sanskrit adapted from published. Let's see. It says Bengali translator Bhumipati Das and Sanskrit translator Vinod Bihari Das. I open the book and I see always this. And this is what I want to see. If I see this, I feel happy and then I go ahead with the book. Srila Prabhupada ki. Thakur. This book and another book, Prarthana. Yeah, Gaurkishore Das Babaji said, like, how to get Krishna Prema. If you have 5 paisa, go and I think it is, yeah, so this book and another Prarthana. So these 2 books, if you have, you can get Krishna Prema. All right, the breakfast is ready. Khichdi is by Gopal Prabhu, so you better run. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhuvevacha patitanam pavneveyo vaishnaveyo namo namah. Srila Prabhupada ki, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki, Chaitanya Charitamrta ki.